goal anyway.
Yeah, it was an interesting start because we had the early power play, didn't get anything with it, then they score, and that, you know, obviously the penalty kill's been our nemesis, and we sagged a little bit there. Yet I thought a lot of good things were being said on the bench, and we were able to overcome it, get our own non-power play goal. It was right with a second after, and that got us the momentum back, and we seemed to establish it from there and play well.
What did you think of Maroon's play tonight?
Patty's play?
Yes.
I thought it was one of his better games lately. He was stronger on the wall. He skated better, created numerous chances. That line was obviously quite dangerous, and it was nice to see them produce.
Todd, you've put some good games together with the look of three centers, some strength through the middle. Maybe just discuss what you've liked about that look and how, as a coach, it just gives you such good options from the.
Well, I like the fact that the wingers are able to complement them right now. We've been able to find some combinations. You look at Luch and Yessi's games, we talked about it the other day, and they're playing at the top of their game right now with Connor, so that's set. When Patty Maroon plays like he did tonight, Drake Kajula or Cami up on that wing, there's another line that the wingers are producing. Stromer a couple of goals tonight, so the wingers have picked their games up as well, and they've been able to complement the centers down the heart. And a couple of guys that haven't been talked about over the last month, Cass and Test are, you know, in our top 5 scorers, and that's an important thing as well on the fourth line.
Todd, this morning and tonight, there are the sounds of starting the sounds of confidence coming from the players in the room. What's the basis? What's the foundation for some of this growing confidence we're starting to hear?
Well, you earn confidence, and you earn it by doing things right over and over and over again. You begin to feel good about yourself individually and collectively. It's been a challenge because sometimes we do that and we don't win. We've seen a couple of games like that, Toronto, Nashville, those type of games. So you get tested with it, but I think we're doing more good than bad, and you begin to feel good about yourselves again, or ourselves and your teammates. The goaltender coming back, I think, helps that. It accentuates the positive and the, you know, the confidence, so that makes a difference as well.
Larson comes back tonight, gives you 22 minutes. What did you like from his game and his D partner Davidson, that pair together?
Well, I like that he came back, one. You know, two, the hardness that Lars brings. He's not a flashy player. He's not setting up a lot of offensive plays. He has the ability and skill to, but the hardness, the physicality, the battle ability, net front corners. If you're an opposing player, especially a skilled one that plays a lot, you got to battle against him, and it takes its toll. And Lars brought that to the game tonight. Davey, I think, has been very consistent since he got here. That pair was good.
Is it a good sign when you can score 5 and Connor's not in on any of the goals? First assist, second assist, or a goal?
Well, it's a good sign when you score 5. You know, we'd like Connor to be in on goals. I thought he played a tremendous game. He set people up and made plays and defended well. It's a good sign for our team when the depth comes through and you don't have to rely on 1 or 2 players.
Todd, Kajula gets promoted, produces on that line. They look good. You've got some competition now, some real healthy competition. It's going to get even tougher when Sekera comes back in a week or 10 days, whenever it is. What do you look for and now in those decisions on which guys are coming in and out? And does it vary from game to game, or do you have a plan on not having guys sit out too long?
Well, we don't want to lose players. Guys can sit too long. It's too early in the year for that. As the year goes on and you get closer to the end, you may stick with the same lineup, but we'd like to keep players, I use the word alive, keep them energized, keep them positive, thinking that they're going to be back in the lineup. But at the same breath, you want to keep what's good going. So it's a fine line between juggling. Injuries, bumps and bruises, illnesses come into play. But the guys that have been removed from the lineup and then inserted back in certainly are motivated and want to stay there. They're showing us that the way they play. Drake in particular, I think of J.J. Kyra earlier in the year. You know, some others that have had the chance to go back in, they're competing like they never want to come out again, and that's healthy.